Hello guys and girls, it's me, the Dragon Rider again, and today I tested the 35 kilowatt version of the new MT-09. So I actually only took it for a couple of kilometers, 25 to be precise, because I think that's all I need to really judge the bike, because I've already ridden it a couple of times in the standard configuration, and I just wanted to feel how the power actually feels in this A2 compatible 35 kilowatt version. So right from the beginning you feel that the torque is still there, you know, so it really pulls nicely from down below. So yeah, it actually still feels awesome, but the problem is just all the power is cut, you know, if you reach like let's say 5,500 RPM, maybe 6,000. So the power gets cut there. That's not a huge problem, obviously, because you can adapt your riding style. I mean, if you're a learner, you have to learn everything anyway. So you have to adapt your riding style. Maybe select a higher gear, you know, that you get that really nice punch from down below, and then you're golden. I mean, it's a great bike. It has a lot of torque. It's very linear. The torque is already available from down below, so you still get this nice punchy feel. My opinion, really everything works as it should. Actually, you get all the riding aids you have in the normal version, in the open version. So you have the slide control, traction control, lift control, which you don't really need with this configuration. But anyway, you have it. You have lean sensitive aids, you have cornering ABS. Obviously you have the quick shifter up and down, which is awesome. I can really tell you that it also works great in also this configuration. Yeah, you only have one riding, one you know, one D mode, one power delivery mode. If you open the bike and you go to the max of 70 kilowatt, which would be the max in this configuration, you get all the riding, all the D modes, all the 4 D modes in this configuration. Not, but you won't need it because the bike lives from the torque down below, let's say. And that's what it still has, and that's how it perfectly well works, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's the same bike. It's super agile. It feels great around the twisties. I mean, it's so much fun. You can tell from the videos I made, I would say. It's really, you know, it still feels very nimble, and on the same time it really feels stable around the corners. So compared to the old MT-09, it feels much more stable. And I think like the suspension in the standard version, which we have here, is a bit softer. It's a bit on the soft side, but I actually learned to really love this with the new XSR 900, because it's just much better if you have bumpy roads. You know, it feels much better in bumpy roads, especially in corners. It stays stable. There's no, you know, you're not breaking a sweat with this bike. It's really good. And yeah, brakes are fine, work well, you know, I cannot complain about anything. So, and also the sound is still nice. Of course you cannot rev it super high, because you know, you can rev it higher. You don't have to upshift at 6,000 RPM, but you just don't get any power from there. So you will end up shifting a bit earlier, but the sound is still super nice, I have to say. I still love that sound of that CP3 engine, not of the scooter. Yeah, super nice. hope you like it. That was a super short review of this A2 version. If you want to see the entire review of the bike, there's plenty of channels already covered the general characteristics of this bike. So I'll just leave you to that, and I'll leave you with yeah, you know, with the words maybe. Just, you know, my conclusion would be, if you want to go for a big bike that you can keep after 2 years of A2 riding, this will be a very good option for you. If you think like, yeah, after 2 years of A2, I will go anyway for a big bike, super powerful bike, MT-10 for example, yeah, then you might think about maybe also considering the MT-07, because it just feels a bit more revvy, because of course it's a smaller engine. It's the power is cut a bit later in the rev range. That's the entire thing. I mean, it's not that this one is not capable. They just have to cut the power a bit earlier, because of course, yeah, I mean, what do you want to do? There's a lot of power up in the rev range, so you're only allowed to have 48 horsepower, so you have to cut it a bit earlier. But the torque is still there. And please don't ask me about top speed. I didn't try it. I didn't ride it on the highway. But you know, my assumption as always with a 48 horsepower bike, 35 kilowatt, is that you reach about 170, 180 on the speedometer, maybe even a bit more, but that's way more than you need actually. So yeah, that's all I had to say. I hope you enjoyed this short video. This was your Dragon Rider. See you next time. Bye.